All right, YouTube, we're back. This is part 2 of my Motovlog helmet setup. So if you haven't seen part 1, look down in the description, follow the link, and in that video, you'll see how we got to the point we're at now, which was taking a helmet and putting a Sena Bluetooth communicator on it. So again, if you haven't seen that, go back, watch that video, like, comment, subscribe on that one. Come back to this one. If you still haven't subscribed yet, subscribe now. But either way, this one right here, we're gonna go from having the Sena on the helmet to putting on a GoPro with microphone so we can get that good footage. So what do we need? What do we need? What do we need? GoPro? Check. Housing for GoPro? Check. Microphone adapter? Check. Microphone? Check. The only other thing we need. Mounting hardware. Okay, so let's dive into it. Gonna grab our helmet. We'll remove our visor. Remove our Sena that we put on the last video. And all we're doing now is looking for a nice spot, because the GoPro will be mounted from the right side of the helmet. Looking for a nice spot for my mount to actually go on. So I've already cleaned the helmet. We'll find a spot and then we'll use an alcohol wipe to decontaminate it, and then we'll get it nice and stuck on there. And we're good. So we have the mount on there. Now all we have to do now is build our arm. I'm thinking that I can make it go from here to there. I've got multiple pieces, but I'm thinking that I can do it in 2 pieces. By the way, this piece here is a special piece that I had to order from Amazon, but it'll be a link in the description about it. I also use black screws that are Allen head screws instead of the normal GoPro screw. And it's because even though you can tighten this up and loosen it with your hand and it's pretty convenient, I like a cleaner setup. So instead of me having the big screws hanging down, then instead of that, it ends up being just a simple bolt and it's hanging down, which makes it a lot cleaner setup. Not tighten, just to the point where they're in place. And we can move it around. And we will need our housing. So again, this housing is from Artman. It'll be in the description along with everything else on where I got it from. But the great thing about it is it gives us the ability to have the GoPro and the microphone adapter all in one, because it's got that little area down at the bottom. GoPro in. Simple enough. Another little pro tip is I always put my screw heads so that I can get at them from a better side rather than the top or anything like that. They're all at the bottom and forward. This gives it a cleaner look. Once you're done, you end up with something that looks like this. So the good thing is it has flexibility, play, gives me multiple places where I can adjust it. So when I get ready to put it on the helmet itself, then I can get it into place and then lock everything down. We'll slide this into the GoPro mount, like so. And then the goal here is when it's in the front, I want it to be so that the camera is centered on the helmet and not necessarily the GoPro. So if you look at it, see how the camera is at the center and not necessarily the GoPro? And I found that as long as it's like that, then it keeps you from having to get a picture back or getting videos back where everything is off to the right or everything is off to the left. But again, I have screws down here so that can all be adjusted in there. All right, so we'll take this back off because now we're going to worry about putting our microphone in. The Purple Panda microphone. Again, it'll be down in the description. So, nice little velvet bag, cards and whatnot. And we end up with all that. Pretty good. So from everything that I read, key things that we'll need, gonna be one, this, I don't know if they call it a cat tail, cat paw. I forget exactly what they're called, but somebody correct me down in the comments. But this, because it'll cut down on wind noise, don't need any clips. The microphone itself, and we'll again take the clip off of it. And I believe it's this one. The smaller adapter because of the way that GoPro is set up for. So it's gonna take it from being with 3 black lines to being with 2 black lines. All right, so here we go. Well, I'm guessing we're gonna do the same thing we did for the Sienna, but we'll just be working on the other side where we pulled out a cheek pad, put everything in, and then remove or put that cheek pad back. Cheek pad out. And our microphone. So you want to know another pro tip? Remember to pay attention to your GoPro battery life. Camera just died on me. But either way, didn't really miss much. So we're gonna take the wiring for the microphone. We're gonna place this inside behind where the cheek pad would go at. Before we do that, we'll put dead cat. That's what this is called, a dead cat. We're gonna put our dead cat. It's pretty smooth. It's got some nice texture to it. Man, this thing is, I'm gonna tell you the truth, I have no clue about audio video stuff. But this right here, this seems like it's it. Now the question is, do I take the one on here off? Or will that fit in? I feel like that's 2 different things. Let's try to remove this. There we go. Move that little guy. Put this one in there. Yeah. It's like a little Don King wig for it. And you end up with a troll. We're gonna take our little troll, it's a new name for it, and I'll put that inside of the helmet behind the cheek pad. We'll go this way. And so since we have a lot of wire left over, what I'm thinking is we will hide that around the back also. There we go. So wires hidden behind the back side of the crown and then ran up towards the cheek pad here. So cheek pad back in. And the goal now is to snap everything back without pinching a wire. 1, come on. 2, 2, like 2.5. Nope, 2. Here we go. I'm gonna put the GoPro on the helmet, and I'm gonna see how long or how short this wiring needs to be before I start zip tying things down and buttoning things all the way back up. But we're pretty much like 90% done. So now all that's needed is the GoPro, and we're going to my knowledge, I think like GoPro is the only one that sells this, or the only one that are selling it and people actually trust them. And the adapter. This is what you need. So for my setup, this door is gonna have to come off because the microphone jack is behind it. So let's take the GoPro back out and let's remove the door. So there's the door. Now it's off. We'll put the GoPro back in it, slide everything back together, then this is gonna go through, plug in, just like that. Voila. Not bad, pretty clean setup. All the way to the snap. And then these two cords are simply going to get connected. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this cord. I'll run the cord down and around behind and zip tie there. Zip tie time. You know, here's the thing. Who invented zip ties? I need to look that up. And whoever it is, I don't think they're getting the recognition that they should. Because I feel like there's not a human on earth that doesn't use zip ties. I mean, I feel like the guy should, like his family should just get money, like loads and loads of money all day, every day. Because he invented zip ties, or she. It could be a she. Don't kill me in the comments. Oh, gonna need longer zip ties. And we have longer zip ties. That's gonna work. That is going to work. Back to the smaller zip tie. So this arm has a little pocket in it. I don't know if you can see that. Has a little pocket in it right here. I just zip tied it up under there to that. Cord's coming out here. And then this will simply go up and get plugged in. Everything's on there, and we will start snugging. Just a little, and we'll put it where it's going to be at permanently. And tighten all the way. Tighten this down. Last but not least, two things. One, Cena, back on. Visor, back on. And Not bad. How is that? Let's get this out of here. You know what else is satisfying? Clipping zip ties. There we go. Motovlog helmet complete. And with that said, that's it, guys. Look at that. That is, you know, I'm proud of myself. Look at that thing. But either way, we're done. And with that being said, please like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notifications so that you can get more content like this. We're gonna get better at the content. Now that the helmet's all set up, we can really get this channel off the ground and get everything going. So again, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for tuning in. If you got questions, comments, concerns, put them in the comments. Everything that goes on the helmet will be linked down in the description so that you can pick up your own. And peace.